As promised, we are end of January and here is the final version of the skid plate for the Yamaha T7. So, it's a small modification about the oil level. This is not round anymore but square. This is more round here. We have added some plastic here to protect the side stand sensor because it looks really fragile. About the oil filter airflow, no more circles but squares form. We go a bit higher here to protect more the collectors. And for the water pump, we did not fix on the water pump directly, it will be just in front. About the linkage guard, we kept the same system, just adjusted a little. Here is 2 points because you will have a plastic piece to reinforce the rigidity and avoid damage on the exhaust in case of impact. We kept a maximum of holes to avoid the mud to be stuck inside the skid plate. And about the hole to drain oil, we decided to not do it because it was dangerous and maybe a lot of chance for a rock to go inside of the skid plate and hit the engine. So for the guys who would have this hole, we made just the draw, and you will just have to cut yourself to have the hole in the skid plate and maybe drain the oil without removing this. Here is all you need to fit the skid plate. So this rear mount and then all the bolt and all the screws. The first step consists in taking this part and adding those 2 pieces. So you put like this and you push right side and it's done. This is the result. And now step 2. For the second step, we recommend to pull on the side stand. It will give you a maximum of space, and this piece will come here like this with a screw going through the frame, and it will reinforce the resistance in case of impact. This step may be difficult to film, so I will show you step by step. So it consists in adding this piece in between, like this. Then you can add the spacer on the screw in this way and go like this. So consider you have the plastic part in between. And then you will play with the length of the screw like this. You have to add the second alloy spacer in the frame and then put like this, and you can add the bolt. So here it is. Maybe you will have to play a little with the screw to put the bolt, but it's probably the most difficult part of the fitment and not so difficult at least. So now bolt and screws are tightened and it's still moving. This is normal. So you can see the space with the exhaust, and this piece will allow to keep the exhaust and the engine in good shape in case of big impact like this. The other points of fixation will be directly in the frame, so with these two plus this one and this one. For fitting the skid plate on the bike, we recommend to add this adhesive foam somewhere here. It will avoid vibration between the plastic of the skid plate against the water pump. We are done now with the fitment of the skid plate, and we can look at some points. First, the water pump coverage. So you can see we are against the engine, so we can't do different, and you will probably touch with your boot, but we have no choice. If you don't want this part, you can easily draw a line like this and cut this part. As I said in the beginning of the video, we went higher here to protect more, about 40 millimeters compared to the second prototype. The holes for oil filter airflow, and on the left side you can easily see the oil level. The last thing we change is the protection for the side stand sensor, so you can see it's well covered and the skid plate doesn't interfere with the stand.